All right, so we're going to get into this story. So today we are talking about a surgeon out of Chicago, y'all. A vascular surgeon at that. Before I get into this, anything that I say out of my mouth is based on my opinion and my opinion only. It's allegedly, okay? And everybody is innocent until proven guilty. So when I say things about this story, it's alleged, okay? Because he has not been found guilty or anything right now, but he has been charged, and it's all alleged until they find him guilty, okay? So we are going to be talking about a story of a vascular surgeon out of Chicago that is being accused of killing his ex-wife and her new husband. And it's not even like him and his ex-wife just got a divorce. They've been divorced for 9 years, that just blows me. It really blows me. So let me give you guys a backstory. So y'all see the guy here looking all mad and frowning, right? His name is McKee. He is a vascular surgeon. I wanted to bring this story because I'm pretty sure somebody out there got a crazy ex, right? And you may think that they done moved on with their life and they ain't even studying you, okay? So this is not to scare anybody, but I want people to take heed. I really do. I want people to be careful. I want people to know that once crazy, probably always crazy. And just because you think they done moved on does not mean it, which means that don't get laxed. You know, I'm really bringing this story for a reason because I know people have crazy exes. I know people have people that's probably still looking for them to this day. And I just don't want anybody to get so lax and think, oh, I'm good now, right? This man waited 9 years and they said he's been trying to track her. And he waited 9 years and he found her. He tracked her down and he unalived her. And guess what? Just because he's moved on with his life and became successful, because when him and his wife was together, and we're going to go over this, he was only making $50,000 a year. This man is making $400,000 plus, and he still could not move on. He still couldn't let her go after 9 years. I don't understand that, but we're going to talk about it, okay? We're going to talk about it. This is the ex-husband, which is a vascular surgeon, y'all. And guess what? 15 years of training to become a vascular surgeon. And when I say 15 years, I'm saying between his schooling, his residency, and him working as a vascular surgeon, that's 15 years. Accumulative, 15 years. Now, he practiced medicine in multiple states, which I find this impressive, right? He practiced medicine in Ohio, California, Maryland, Virginia, Nevada, and Illinois, okay? So that's 6 different states he practiced in. So he could literally just fly out or wherever, whenever they needed somebody, and he could actually work there in 6 different states. That is very impressive. Now, y'all get this. This man, you would think someone that travels 5+ hours, drive 5+ hours to kill his ex-wife, right? You would think that this man had some type of criminal past. None. No criminal record. So don't think for a moment just because someone don't have a criminal record that they're safe. I hear this. I heard it quite a bit on social media, you know, Facebook, YouTube. Look at my record. My record is clear. I ain't got none on my record. I don't have anything on my record. He has no prior criminal record. No known public social media presence. He didn't even do social media. No dating profile. These people went and did extensive research and found out he's not on Tinder. He's not on, I don't even know all the sites. Plenty of Fish. And they have nobody that has come forward and said that they dated this man. So he has no ex-girlfriends, no ex-lovers. They have went out and searched these things. The real journalists. I'm just a blogger. I'm not a journalist. Y'all know the journalists dig real deep, right? They went out looking for anybody that he's dated, and they have found 0 romantic partners, okay? No one has come forward and said, I used to date this guy, and he was kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. No one has even admitted to dating him at all, okay? Now, he was also described by neighbors as nice, professional, and quiet.
He seemed like a very nice guy, just a normal person. He wasn't nervous. He wasn't jittery. He wasn't looking every which way. He looked me straight in the face and smiled when we were talking.
Okay? And even people that he's worked with, he was a nice guy. He was just a nice doctor. Now, y'all know to be a vascular surgeon at a hospital, you know women were throwing their panties at this man, right? He worked at a children's medical facility in Rockford, Illinois. But after he was known to be the suspect in this murder, that hospital that he worked for, they completely scrubbed him from their website after he was arrested. So there is nothing that's tying him to any facility in Illinois. Well, the beautiful couple y'all see in this photo is Mon'nique and Spencer Tepee. Let me tell you a little bit about them. They are a married couple and they have 2 children, okay? They were unalived in their home while their kids was sleeping upstairs, okay? Now, they say that this was not a random violence. It was a targeted pum. The guy right here, the accused murderer, him and Mon'nique were only married for like 2 years total. They got married in 2015. The divorce was 2017. However, they were married and separated after only 7 months. 7 months they separated. She filed for a divorce after 15 months. And she just said, listen, we're just not compatible.
The most dramatic thing in all of the court documents comes from one simple sentence. Plaintiff states that the parties are incompatible. That means Mon'nique wants a divorce simply because she says she's not compatible with Michael. There could be another reason why, but as far as the court docs, that's it. Here's the final decree dated June 16th, 2017. The parties are incompatible, and as such, the wife is entitled to a divorce. It is therefore ordered, adjudged, and decreed. The marriage contract existing between husband and wife is hereby terminated.
He literally just said, we're not compatible. But for someone to throw the towel in after 7 months, yeah, something really was going wrong in that house.
Prior relationship and divorce history and some disputes, but those are not elements of murder.
In fact, Columbus police have not yet released a motive, posting on social media as to not compromise the active and ongoing investigation.
It's a big jump from a doctor in Illinois, surgeon in Illinois, driving across state lines like this to commit double murder and then drive back.
Columbus police releasing this surveillance video Monday, showing a person in a dark hoodie walking through the alley near the Tepee home between 2 and 5 a.m. The court documents we obtained showed the time of the killings as 3:52 a.m. However, CPD has not confirmed if McKee is the person in this video. These court documents read the suspect was traced through a car that arrived just before and left just after the murders. That car linked to McKee. Detectives found it in Rockford, Illinois, and say it was in his possession both before and after their deaths.
Did he confess? Are there any eyewitnesses?
Koffel reminding us the state has to prove McKee is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
So as you hear what this defense attorney is saying, that they got to do a lot to prove that he's the killer. The car traced back to him, but they got to put other things together. And I think they have, because I did see a press conference where they raided his home. They found weapons, and one of the weapons, man, he got to be the dumbest doctor in the world. One of the weapons did link back to them.
Multiple weapons were taken from the property of McKee. And there is a preliminary link from our NIBIN to one of the weapons that ties it to the homicides. We believe at this point, we have the person responsible for the murders of Mon'nique and Spencer Tepee in custody. And that person is Michael McKee.
But who even is Michael McKee?
McKee is the ex-husband of Mon'nique Tepee. We can say that we have the suspect's vehicle on neighborhood video surveillance arriving just before the murders and leaving shortly after.
How do you drive your own vehicle? How do you drive all the way from Illinois to Ohio, commit a double murder, drive back with the weapon and put it in your house? What is going on with these people? Oh, let me just go cross state lines, unalive somebody, come back to my home and think that I'm gonna get away with it. What? Oh my goodness.
After detectives were able to link this vehicle to McKee, the vehicle was located in Rockford, Illinois, and evidence was found that showed McKee in possession of the vehicle before and after the homicides.
Damn.
We can also say that multiple weapons were taken from the property of McKee. And there is a preliminary link from our NIBIN to one of the weapons that ties it to the homicides.
He took the weapon home, y'all. He took it home.
This was a targeted attack. This was a domestic violence related attack.
Court records show McKee and Mon'nique Tepee divorced in 2017 after roughly 2 years of marriage.
Mon'nique left the marriage and did not look back. Mon'nique was a very beautiful soul. She and Spencer loved each other dearly, and they were soulmates.
I'm going to assume that this man became very jealous and continued to track her after the divorce was over. He continued to watch her, stalk her, and surveillance her, right? He did have residency in Ohio and Chicago. So I'm assuming that this man knew where she lived. Obviously he did. And he literally stalked her. He watched her and she probably did not even know it. He took a road trip, you guys. It's alleged that he drove all the way from Northern Illinois down to Columbus, Ohio, which is approximately anywhere from 5.5 to 7 hours each way. Each way. So when you add in the stopping at the gas stations, the bathrooms, and getting a snack and whatnot, that is between 12 to 14 hours total drive. What the hell? Who does this?
Surgeon charged with gunning down his ex-wife and her new husband, a prominent Ohio dentist. Well, he appeared in an Illinois court yesterday and will be transferred to Ohio to face aggravated murder charges. Alex Perez has more for us this morning. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Michael. Yeah, the ex-husband is a medical doctor and surgeon. Authorities say they tracked him down after spotting a car near the crime scene on surveillance video.
This morning, Mon'nique Tepee's ex-husband could soon face aggravated murder charges in Ohio. Appearing in Illinois for an extradition hearing, Dr. Michael McKee, investigators say, shot and killed Mon'nique and her second husband, Ohio dentist Spencer Tepee.
Michael McKee.
In shackles and a yellow prison jumpsuit, McKee said little in court, a public defender speaking for him.
Mr. McKee believes that the most expeditious manner.
Public defender, a vascular surgeon has a public defender. Wow. What the hell?
In which he made defendants against the charges pending in Ohio. And to plead not guilty would be to waive his right to an extradition hearing and to agree to his immediate transportation to Ohio.
The hearing, less than 2 minutes. Authorities say the 39-year-old vascular surgeon killed the Tepees in the early hours of December 30th at their Columbus, Ohio home. The gruesome discovery made after Spencer Tepee's boss became worried and called police when the dentist didn't show up to work.
He is always on time, and this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
A concerned friend going to the home where he heard the Tepees' children, a 4-year-old girl and a 1-year-old boy, inside.
I can hear kids inside, and I swear I think I heard one yell, but we can't get in.
The children unharmed.
And the ex-husband's public defender says he intends to plead not guilty. If convicted, he could face the death penalty.
Said that they have no motive. They do not know why this guy, after 9 years, came back to unalive his ex. They have no motive. It's not like he's paying her spousal support, not like they had kids and she wouldn't let him see his children. They don't know, other than this man never moved on. She moved on, but he did not. That's the only thing that they have. The only thing. Now, of course, they have not figured everything out. I'm sure it's going to take more than one day, right, to figure everything out, because I believe that he's been stalking her. I believe that he has been knowing what's going on between this lady from the time they got a divorce until the time he unalived them. He knew they were married. He knew where they lived. It was no forced entry.
No forced entry. So how does an ex, who according to the family had threatened this woman's life, get into that house?
Yeah. My hunch is he used a ruse of some sort. Maybe he, played at the front door with the Ring doorbell. Maybe he was, giving some type of indication that he was needing help. And I suspect that potentially the male was the first one to make contact with him. And depending on the positioning inside of the bedrooms where they were discovered, will give us also a lot of information about how he, particularly pulled it off.
It was said that he made death threats, right? And it seems like they're going to use that. Those threats that he made previously, they're bringing it back up now. So death threats are not just taken lightly. They're serious, and you have to take heed to that, because you never know when someone is going to carry out what they have said. He made plenty of death threats to her, and that is from what her family said. plenty of death threats. So I would just say, if someone is making death threats to you, you cannot take it lightly. You cannot just push it to the side. Everybody just don't go around handing out death threats. So if they do, take heed to it, because they may just do what they say they was going to do. I will continue to update you guys on this story. I think it's sad that somebody just cannot move on. Like, just move on with your life. You know what I'm saying? I just think that it's sad that you would just hold on to any type of rejection or anything after that period of time. But we're seeing that here on social media as well. Just move on with your life. You know what I'm saying? I just think that it's sad that you would just hold on to any type of rejection or anything after that period of time. Just move on with your life.
Let's keep the conversation going down in the comments, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel and Loud Talkers. Y'all make sure y'all keep it loud out there in these streets. Until next time, bye-bye.